Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek TV at Gen Con 2015. I'm sitting down with Chris Ceslik of Asmati Games, and you
Part 5 of 17.
and another up-and-coming game from you. So we don't have a box to show yet, but this is One Deck Dungeon. Although we do have a rule book. Well, here, I'll hold up the rule book so we can highlight. Gives you an idea, perhaps, of the size of the box that this might fit in.
Yeah. It's going to be in our standard new box.
That's official terminology.
Yeah. It's box. I call the factory and I would like 5,000 boxes. And they're like, obviously. You don't even have to tell us. So, in One Deck Dungeon, you are going to play one of 4 potential heroes. In the future, we'll probably make more. You can play with 1 to 2 players. So you're either one hero alone, or you're 2 heroes as a team. And you are going into a dungeon. One Deck Dungeon is like a roguelike. If you are familiar with that, it's a computer game where you go into a dungeon expecting to die, you try and get as far as you can. So One Deck Dungeon is a difficult dungeon like that. In this deck are lots of different encounter cards. Every card is 4 things. It is an encounter like a wall, or a door, or a glooping ooze. It is also a piece of loot. It is some treasure or a skill that you can get. After you conquer the force wall, you get to take it and put it onto your character sheet in one of the 4 different areas.
Thus adding to your stats.
Now I have more swords, or maybe I just wanted to stash some treasure. Now I've got some gold and experience and a potion. Or maybe I wanted another skill. So what this lets you do is sort of build up your character as you go through the game. The way you fight things is you've got all these lovely stats which correspond to these beautiful dice you've got. So if I'm the mage, I'm going to get 2 yellow dice, a purple die, and 4 green magic dice every time I fight something. And when I come to this force wall, I'm going to roll all the dice together. Demo roll, I did okay. Whoops, a 6. Oh my goodness, look at that 6 that I rolled naturally.
Amazing!
So every box in the card you're fighting has to be filled in. If you
I'm
don't
guessing
fill
green
it in,
boxes have to be filled in by green dice.
They do, but if you don't have the right color, you can use 2 dice that are high enough to fill a box. But oh no, I haven't filled in that last 5. It's got 2 time markers on it. Whatever the things you don't do on a card are the consequences of failure. So I discard 2 cards off the top of the deck. But then it's defeated, I get it as loot. Different things like traps will have hearts on it that deal you damage. Monsters will stab you, because that's what monsters do. And generally you just keep going through and fighting things through the dungeon until you run out of cards. Every time you run out of cards, wow, that was fast. You go down 1 level in the dungeon, and your dungeon card reveals new, terrible things that every monster on the next level has. You go down to level 3, oh no, they all have a shield too, that's horrible. Down to level 4, oh no, there's a boss, it's a dragon. So you get as far as you can, taking damage, getting things along the way, and that's basically the game.
Coming out as ahead as you possibly can manage.
Getting as many, so your score is the number of loot cards you got times the level you got to. If you manage to beat the boss, you manage level 5.
And you're the bomb.
And you're great.
And you should retire to the
Exactly,
Cayman
yeah.
Islands.
You retire to the adventuring island tropical place.
Do you have an idea when this is going to be ready for retail?
Well, we are selling 100 copies of the beta of it this year, like we did with Red 7 last year. Or we were selling. I think we're out of them. We're pretty close to. I'm hoping to have this ready very soon because all of the art is done. We've got lovely pictures for all the cards, illustrated by Will Pitzer, who also did some of the art for Meow and Pandering with his fiancée. And we've got beautiful characters here, so that's nice. I'm really happy with how the character art came out. And yeah, we're ready to go with it. It's a great game, so we're hoping to have it out really soon.
Fantastic. Well, Chris, can't wait. And that is One Deck Dungeon.
Yay! We did all the things!